I want to gauge our excitement level. If there is an It prequel spin-off mythology movie in some time period before now, how do you feel going in?
0.
You guys aren't excited at all?
No.
No.
Not one
After
bit
this
excited?
movie,
This is a nice, well-contained story. I don't need anything else.
Okay.
I don't need a cinematic universe. Please, for the love of God, just make good movies.
I think for 2 reasons.
And I think they failed.
I will actually be articulate about this and not go, it sucks.
Okay.
1, Pennywise would always win.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's how it has to
And
go.
I don't think that's interesting.
Exactly.
Personally.
2, I feel like we get enough backstory on Pennywise between the 2 movies that I don't feel like they can expand on his character in any way meaningful.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, he is the bad guy. He's just this weird cosmic entity, and that's enough. I don't need this 3-dimensional, fully fleshed out, like, miles.
You don't need him
on
to be
miles of-
Thanos. We need
Yeah,
him to just be
exactly.
a wacky clown
Yeah.
man.
Because the heroes are supposed to be the important part,
Yeah.
and if they're always gonna lose, why should I care
Mm.
about the heroes?
And also to your first point of it would win every time because it's canonical.
Yep.
If they killed it and then found a way to bring him back for a sequel, that would undermine
The power.
death of
Yeah.
this movie, make this movie retroactively worse.
Exactly.
So,
So I
no.
don't think there's a good way to do any sort of It prequel, sequel, anything.
well, you know they're gonna.
Well, especially after this movie, I kind of don't want to see another one. I don't like horror movies. I don't like clowns. I'm afraid of clowns. Pennywise is not scary.
It's funny. I want to say that this has been a good year for horror,
It really
but it
hasn't.
really hasn't.
No,
'Cause,
this is definitely the
Us
X-Men: The
was-
Last Stand of.
But like,
two.
think about it. Like, there have been a lot of tentpole movies this year have been horror. There's been Us, Scary Stories. Now there's this one.
And-
Us, we've talked ad nauseum about the plot twist in Us.
I don't mind
Scary
it.
Stories is very repetitive, and now
I think
we're-
that movie's actually scary, though. That's the
I
thing.
think it's good. I think it's good. I think that's actually the best of the 3. I would say Scary Stories is the best of the 3.
I think Us is a little bit better because I like the thriller
Midsummer
aspect.
blows them all
but-
out of the water.
But
I like Midsummer a lot. Yeah.
Midsommar
decided.
is one of my favorite movies this year.
Yeah.
But back to the point, like, it's this weird Schrodinger's cat for me, where it's like horror is great this year and horror is terrible.
Am I gonna open this up and find Paranormal Activity, or am I gonna open this up and find Get Out? Let's open up the bag.
I mean,
It's the Bye Bye Man. No.
It's,
Great horror and bad horror. Like, a lot of the movies I've been excited for this year have been horror movies. That's never been the case.
I mean,
for me.
last year we had Quiet Place. I'm just saying that was
A
fucking
Quiet
good.
Place is not a horror movie.
No, it's fucky. It's weird. It
It's
gets you
fucky,
thinking.
Yeah, but like, it's the same way Midsommar's a horror. Midsommar's not a horror.
It's a horror
just
thriller.
Fucky.
It's fucky. It's weird. It gets you thinking. Movies that get you thinking, you're like, oh, I don't like that. That's what I like.
movies that make you think are like, oh.
I don't like this.
All movies that make you think are horrors. Ian.
No, that's a thriller. It's a thriller aspect where
Yeah.
it makes you think about this weird fucky universe, and you're like, I don't want that. That's
I
bad. No.
So like the guy was like, "Oh, we could definitely do It Chapter 3. It would be a prequel." And I was like, "But we'd all know,
You
how,
know
it
how it
ends
ends.
because Pennywise wins every other time up to here. He's like 206 and
No,
0.
just make him lose this time. Haha.
also, I thought it was going to be throughout periods in history when he first made that comment. He came in the 1800s.
Yep. Period in
I
history.
think maybe 17 because it said 18th century.
And
so
even then,
1700s.
if it was all throughout history, that just means up until the 1800s, he's just fighting Native Americans. How interesting can that be?
He landed in, I think, 17. I think he landed
In
the
Maine. But my point is, he lives in Maine. America, United States, North America, the continent.
I thought
So
it was
if
an
you were
alien
s-
that crashed from a meteorite in the 1700s.
Yes.
That's not the point I'm making.
You
The
said
point-
you said up until the 1800s.
Yes, or the 1600s. The point is, you're like all throughout different periods of history. A lot of that history is just him fighting Native
Yeah.
Americans.
No, he has a point.
That's
He has to
my
fight
point.
Native Americans, and then there's colonizer. He's like,
Yeah,
ooh,
it's
new
like-
toys. And
It's literally like, for like, probably like a good 800 years, he's fighting Native Americans who have bows and arrows.
Yeah.
And
How
then he
is this
fights
a good
colonizers.
movie?
You know,
they
that
have
sounds
muskets.
Those are like 2, maybe 3 good premises for movies. I'm
That's
not gonna
it.
lie.
That's it.
I would
I'd
argue
take 2.
one good movie because after
One good movie where
But, like-
where the colonizers show up and he's about to like attack them and one of them just blunderbusts his head off and he's like, "What the fuck?"
But like I was
They just
imagining
adapt.
like
Yeah.
I was imagining like prequel mythology movies where it's like this one's he's fighting pirates, this one's the first one he's
this
fighting
one's the
No.
Scorpion King.
this one's
No.
he's fighting fucking medieval.
That doesn't
This,
sound
that.
good either. I don't
sounds
like that.
great.
No,
It versus medieval knights?
That is way
that's
too
stupid.
gimmicky.
Yeah,
Gimmicky.
It is
that sounds like the
gimmicky.
plot of an Assassin's Creed game, dog.
It is gimmicky. It's the gimmickiest horror movie there is since Freddy Krueger. It's very gimmicky.
Yeah, and I don't like Freddy Krueger either.
Well, you like the first 8, you gave it a 10. So this could be that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
No. I
think
disagree.
I
but
think
more to the
throwing
point,
myself,
he's
sorry.
it with ninjas. Come on, dog.
With ninjas.
Oh, the
That
Scorpion
sounds
King
so
3.
bad.
Feudal Japan.
He
Actually,
can't go to feudal Japan.
He's in Maine.
only in that
Like
one
everyone
state.
from-
Feudal
Maine.
Japan in Maine.
Like everyone in Maine. Well, I mean, there's fucking ninjas in Aztec China in the Scorpion
Yeah,
King
but that's
3.
shit,
Do you guys
Mud.
think it's
Do
the
you want
same
this to be
timeline?
shit?
I mean, he did turn into the Scorpion King at the end.
He did turn into this.
He did. Mud turned at me and said that, and I had to let you know that Mud said